Risk taking is your stability. Risk taking is how you choose to get ahead in life. And one of the biggest things people are jealous of always is risk. Society generally trains us to be very risk averse. Don't do that, be careful, you might get burned. You're gonna get burned anyway when you take risks. You know, you might fall flat on your face, your ass, I don't know, you might fall face first in a flower pot. I've done that many times. Not literally, of course, I mean, haven't got to that point, but the point I'm trying to say is that a lot of people will look at you and be like, I want that person's life. And I just want to say this, please never covet somebody's life. You don't know what somebody's experiencing, who they are, what they show, what they don't show. Risk taking is your stability, because risk is the only thing that moves you forward. Risk is the only thing that when you look at that cliff and you're like, oh god, I know I need to jump, but I'm scared. Risk taking involves confronting everything that you fear. Risk taking involves confronting yourself. One of the biggest reasons that people don't confront whatever it is that's going on, and they self-medicate, alcohol, drugs, pornography, gambling, promiscuity, is because to sit with that pain, to look at yourself, is just too much. And I can understand that, and there's no judgment in this video when I say that really looking at that, looking at yourself and looking like, oh, I need to jump, I need to take this risk, I know I need to do this, but sometimes it can be financial. Yeah, very much so. It can be financial. Sometimes it can be emotional. Sometimes it can be, oh my god, I have brain fog just thinking about this. I'm so overwhelmed. I don't have any help. People in today's world don't want to help each other. That's what Kabbalah has done. They've put heavy magic on people. So, you know, people are very antisocial. Things like social media platforms such as Facebook, which is an attack on the throat chakra. They've made people very antisocial. People don't want to help each other anymore. This is not me being negative or pessimistic. This is just the reality of so many things of life, that people are not reliable and dependable like they once were, because there is no sense of morality or honor. If people I mean, for most of you guys know this, if you have TV shows that are showing people that are naked, and like a dating show or something, you know the bar is just in hell. Like, you just cannot believe what people have become, and what filth and garbage people partake in for most of the time. And the point very much here that for me that's important to say is that risk-taking is the only thing that's going to give you stability. For me personally, risk-taking was the only thing that gave me stability, because a typical, normal, stable life, that was not something I lived. That was something that was taken from me, and I knew that where I needed to be, I needed to jump and take so many risks. And a lot of people, I want to say in this video, a lot of people are very comfortable when it comes to shying away from risk. No, you go first. It's normal to feel scared, but this is cowardice. There's a big difference. And really stepping up to the first place, that if you are a social climber, you are ambitious, you're not going to be able to take everybody with you. I know that you want to. I know that you love whoever it is, whether it's the significant other, whether it's your friends, your family. You're not going to be able to take everybody with you, because people don't want to grow. The point of this video, risk-taking means that you have to grow as a person. People don't want to grow. That's the challenge that a lot of people face. That, oh well, I said this, but because they don't want to grow. Because they are happy where they are happy in their little life, and it's comfortable, and they live in a lot of fear, and they don't have self-belief, and you know, the story goes on and on. You know, as I started doing a lot of my emotional and spiritual work, I realized the number one thing that human beings faced over generational trauma, intergenerational trauma, epigenetic trauma, is a lack of self-belief. I can't really do this. Because most of us come from families, and most of us come from parents who come from families where the answer is always no. you can't do this, you can't be this, blah blah, this, that. Let's just triple that problem if you are a woman, because a woman's not allowed to do anything in this world apart from being a maid and a slave. And should she choose to do anything for herself, now she's a man, now she's masculine, now no man will want you. So obviously the shame comes in. So where is the balance? So the point, this is for both genders: take risks. Whatever it is, jump. You know what you have to do at the moment. Sometimes you have a goal and you can't get to that goal directly because you have like 5 other tiny mini goals to get through in order to be able to process that goal. Get started on the first mini goal. You don't know where it's gonna end up, but I often say that you can often throw money at problems, and if you could throw money at problems and go away, they're not that big of a problem like you'd like to make them out to be. There is no shortage of money in the world. There really isn't. I think it's a belief that people truly believe that there is a shortage, but there really isn't. And money goes in different places, money goes in different pools, and risk takers are rewarded with money because they're willing to take a risk. One of the biggest risks in life is starting a business, is running a business, because business requires a lot of honesty. And rightly so. If somebody's dishonest in business, they're not going to be in business for long, because your reputation precedes you, and that's very important. If you're doing the work, people need to see the result for the work. People need to know that what you're doing, especially if it's a service-based work, my type of work, people need to see that result, and it's a consistency. So please risk take. It can feel scary, it can feel lonely. It's often going to feel lonely when you risk take, because most people are not risk takers. The risk was beaten out of them at a long time ago. Jobs force you not to take risk. If you take risk in a job, you're fired. At school, you're ostracized, you're shamed, you're bullied, you're laughed. I always say employment is the grown-up version of school. There's not much difference, even in mentalities. It's just a high school playground. So taking risk really means maturing into an adult, maturing into who you really truly need to be in order to get to the destiny that you're meant to live.